Episode 4. No law, then no judgment, no justice, no God. If the 10 Commandments are dead, then what will God judge the world by? You see, this isn't just a theological debate. It's a war against divine justice itself. When people call the 10 Commandments the ministry of death, they're not only attacking the law, they're removing the standard of judgment. And if there's no standard, there's no justice. And if there's no justice, there's no God. Ecclesiastes 12:13-14. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment. This is not Old Testament irrelevance. This is the final warning of Solomon, the wisest man who ever lived. He knew, without the commandments, man loses all purpose. But let's go further. Revelation 14:12. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. That's end-time prophecy. Those who endure until the end are the ones who keep both the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. This is not legalism, this is loyalty. This is not salvation by works. This is salvation that works through the Spirit. James chapter 2:12. So speak and so do, as they that shall be judged by the law of liberty. James didn't say we'll be judged by our feelings. He didn't say we'll be judged by church traditions. He said we'll be judged by the law. And he just quoted the 10 Commandments in verse 11. So if the law is abolished, why are we still judged by it? And if it's truly abolished, what's the definition of sin? Romans 4:15. Where no law is, there is no transgression. If the law is gone, then sin is gone. If sin is gone, then grace is unnecessary. If grace is unnecessary, then Christ died in vain. This is what they don't want to talk about. This is why they hide behind phrases like, we're not under the law, or Christ is our Sabbath. Because if they admit the law still exists, then they have to obey it. And if they have to obey it, then they have to keep the Sabbath. And if they have to keep the Sabbath, they must admit they've been following man-made religion instead of the Word of God. But the Bible is not silent. Romans 2:13. Not the hearers of the law are just before God, but the doers of the law shall be justified. Matthew 7:21-23. Not every one that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom, but he that doeth the will of my Father. Jesus doesn't want fans, he wants followers, and following him means obeying him, not throwing away the very commandments that he himself wrote in stone. To say the law is the ministry of death is to call God's standard evil. It is to reject the throne of judgment, and it is to silence the very voice that convicts the heart of sin. But God's law still stands, and judgment is coming, and the Sabbath is still part of the test.